friends. Not everybody's here yet, but we might as well start making music. Later on in the evening, we can take a break. There's still some seats up front. If you want, there's room for another chair even. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you use the bar, there's 5 seats up here. So if you cannot see us, we're going to be sitting down a lot of the time. Why, come on up front. There's one chair, and you can bring another chair up. You can get 2 in here and still have room to get to the John. I think many of you know that we're raising a little money tonight for an unusual little idea. The Clearwater has been sailing on the Hudson River for 30 years, and over the years developed a way of teaching kids on board a sailboat. We decided we'd get together and exchange experiences. How do you train your sailors? What do you do when you get students aboard? Do you take little kids, bigger kids, 3 hours or 3 days, whatever it is, and we'd talk shop. And this conference will take place July 1st and 2nd at Liberty Island, just a half mile to the west of the statue, on Saturday and Sunday, July 1st and 2nd. But we needed to raise money to put on the conference. We've got to get sound systems, we've got to get publicity and so on. And so I was one of the many people who volunteered to help raise money for it. And fortunately, I knew a good friend of mine, a good singer. He's a plumber by trade, living a couple blocks away. And at first we were going to go to his loft. But you should see his loft. It would require a lot of moving to get this many people in there. And so when he found the Lotus Club was willing to host us, let's give a hand for the Lotus Club. And another singer that both Terry and I knew is a most extraordinary man who was one of the active, heroic people who risked their life along with Dr. Martin Luther King to make a few big changes in this country back 30 years ago or so, 35 years ago, 40 years ago. And when I found that Matt Jones was able to come on down here and swap songs with us, I said, we got a good singing gang. And if you are willing to join in on the chorus, I think a number of the songs you can be singing here tonight, too.
I'd like to sing an organizing song that the folks who Matt worked with many years ago took from the African-American religious tradition and made a civil rights song. And a lot of songs were like that. And this started out actually as an English song. And it was Hold On. And let's see, it was Devil has an evil shoe. Better watch out or he'll slip it on you. Keep your hand on the plow. Hold on.
Got my
Hold on.
hand on the gospel plow. Wouldn't take nothing from a journey now.
That's right. And of course, Bob Dylan did a version of this. And it was, let's see, never been to heaven, but I've been told the streets up in heaven are lined with gold. Ask me how things could get much worse if the Russians happen to get up there first. Anyhow, this starts out with Paul and Silas in jail. Paul and Silas bound in jail, had no money for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on. Hold on. The very first thing that we did right was the day that we begun to fight. Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Keep your eyes
On
the
that prize and hold on. Now hold on. The only thing that we did wrong was staying in the wilderness for too long. Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on.
Why don't you hold on? Who's that yonder dressed in red? It must be the people Fannie Lou Hamer led. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Keep your eyes
On
the
that prize. Hold on.
Hold on. Who's that yonder dressed in black? It must be the freedom fighters coming back. Keep
Your eyes on that prize. Hold on.
hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold
on. There ain't but one chain I can stand. That's the chain of a hand to hand. Keep your eyes on that prize. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on that prize and hold on.
Why don't you hold on?
Hold on.
Why don't you hold on?
Na na na, hold on, na hold on, hold on, na hold on, na na hold on, na hold on, na 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 hold on, na hold on, hold on, na hold on.
You know, in this life that we lead, we always have to be moving and marching. And all we can request is that something in us guides our feet while we run the race. We're running from the womb to the grave, and we got to be sure-footed. So I want you to sing along with me on Guide My Feet. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this. Let me hear you now. Guide my feet. Right. While I run this race, 'cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my mind. Come on. Guide my mind. That's it. While I run this race, let me hear you now. Guide my mind. What is that? While I run this race, let me hear you now. Guide my mind. in vain. Guide my heart,
guide my heart
while I run this race. Guide my heart. What is that now?
while I run this race.
Let me hear you now, guide my heart while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my voice, God. Let me hear you, my voice while I run this race. Guide my voice. What is that? While I run this race. Let me hear you now, God. My voice while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my mind. Guide my mind. That's right. I mean, while I run this race
now.
guide my mind. What?
While I run this run.
Let me hear you now, God. My mind. While I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my hands. Guide my. Gotta do a lot of work now. While I run this race. Guide my hands. One. While I run this race. Let me hear you now, God. My hands. While I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my feet again. Guide my feet. While I run this
race.
Guide my feet. While I run this let me hear you now. Guide my feet. While I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Race in vain. All right.
Thank you.
You know, I think about how many years I've been in the struggle, and those years are like a baby's when you think about Pete, how long he's been there. But I've learned about this struggle. You have to be in it for your entire life. It gets better and better as you go along. But you find, who would have thought that the things that you fought for in your youth, you'd still be fighting for it in your old age. It's unbelievable how things don't change. When I was young, I fought for freedom. When I was young, I fought the Klan. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting? Right, Jim Lowry? 30 or 40 years down the line. Start it again. When I was young, I fought for freedom, still fighting for it. When I was young, I fought the Klan. Who would have thought, Lord, I'd still be fighting? What is that? 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought for justice. When I was young, I fought for peace. Who would have thought, Lord, I'd still be fighting? 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought for unions. When I was young, I fought to vote. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting? 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought for housing. When I was young, I fought for jobs. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting? 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought segregation. When I was young, I fought Jim Crow. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting? 30 or 40 years. 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought for children. When I was young, I fought for love. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting? 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. 30 or 40 years down the line. 30 or 40 years down the line. Thank you. You know, I had to go to England a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with a man named Bob Marley. He's a great, great songwriter. But I was told, said, Matt, why don't you try to mix some freedom songs in with, it's a song called Redemption Song. So why don't you see if you can mix some freedom songs, see if you can get them to understand what's going on in America. So I tried something. I'll just share it with you. Old pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. My hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forwarded generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing? That's what I'm all about. These songs of freedom, that's all I ever have. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear of atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Fulfill the book in Manhattan. Oh yeah. Fulfill the book in South Africa. Fulfill the book in the north of Ireland. Fulfill the book in Somalia. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. That's right. Have no fear of atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and everybody else while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? That's all I ever have. Redemption song, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, go with it. We need your light. Let me hear you now. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, all in my mind. I mean, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my mind, I'm gonna let it shine. Let me hear you now. All in my mind, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear of atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you forever sing these songs of freedom? That's all I ever have. Redemption song. Redemption songs.
Let's sing that chariot song. It's easy. Roll the old chariot.
Oh, good.
All righty. Let's sing something that's real easy to sing along with. A little bit of singing wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of singing wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of singing wouldn't do us any harm. So we'll all fall in behind. And here's your part. We'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind. A little bit of justice wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of justice wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of justice wouldn't do us any harm. Sure, we'll all fall in behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind. A little bit of dancing wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of dancing wouldn't do us any harm. No, a little bit of dancing wouldn't do us any harm. Sure, we'll all fall in behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind. Well, a little bit of world peace wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of world peace wouldn't do us any harm. No, a little bit of world peace wouldn't do us any harm. Sure, we'll all fall in behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind.
A little bit of love wouldn't do us any harm.
No,
a little bit of love won't do us any harm.
No,
A little bit of love won't do us any harm.
Sure, we'll all fall in behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind. A little bit of joy wouldn't do us any harm. No, a little bit of joy wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of joy wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all fall in behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind.
A little bit of freedom wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of freedom wouldn't do us any harm. A little bit of freedom wouldn't do us any harm. We're all falling behind. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all fall in behind. You know, back in '81, I had an opportunity to go into the north of Ireland. I'll never forget that time. I went in with Reverend Kirkpatrick and a number of people from the East Bloc Armagh Committee, and we found out what was going on in the north of Ireland. It was unbelievable to know that there were freedom fighters over there that we should be listening to. You know, sometimes we don't hear people. Mm-hmm. And while I was there, I sang a song. It goes like this. Listen to the voices from the north of Ireland, trying to tell us what we just might need to know. 'Cause the empire's days are numbered if you're counting, and the people just get stronger blow by blow. You better listen when they talk about the British going to turn the streets of Belfast to blood red. If you're preaching all about that silver lining, you'll be talking to all the people are dead. You better listen to the cries of the hunger strikers, better feel the pain of their children and their wives. We got to stand and fight together for survival, and it's bound to mean a change in all our lives. From explosions and plastic bullets, they are dying. John Major is guilty of that crime, but the killing won't be stopped by all your crying. You got to fight for what you need. Let's seize the time. You better listen to the voices from the north of Ireland, trying to tell us what we just might need to know. 'Cause the empire's days are numbered if you're counting, and the people just get stronger, blow by blow.
Yeah.
In the civil rights movement, we used to have to sing all kinds of songs to get us going in the morning. Now I have to sing other kind of songs, because you know, when you get a little older, your legs get a little stiff. You get up, you got to walk around a little bit before you yourself. So I have a song that I usually do when I get up in the morning, but before I do that, I want to do the freedom chant with you, and I want you to do that with me. And I want you to say this after me. I'm sick and tired.
Sick and tired.
Well, you got to say it better than that.
Sick and tired.
Of being sick and tired.
Of being sick and tired.
I will not allow anybody.
I will not allow anybody.
At any time.
At any time.
To violate my body or my mind.
To violate my body or my mind.
In any shape, form, or fashion.
In any shape, form, or fashion.
If they do.
If they do.
They'll have to deal with me.
They'll have to deal with me.
Hit yourself in the chest. They'll have to deal with me.
They'll have to deal with me.
Immediately. Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Not in the next 4 years.
Not in the next 4 years.
But immediately.
Immediately.
Freedom.
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 Feel good, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel.
Woke up this morning.
You know, this is a song I sing when I wake up, want to shake the legs out. Goes like this. Your part goes like this. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Remember that. Take this pain and give me freedom. Take this pain and give me freedom. Take this pain and give me freedom. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Take these arms.
Take these arms.
And hold them higher.
Hold them higher.
Take these arms. And hold them higher.
And hold them higher.
Take these arms. And hold them. Sing with me. Hold. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Take my legs.
Take my legs.
And make them stronger.
Make them stronger.
Take my legs.
Take my legs.
And make them stronger. Take my legs.
Take my legs.
And make them stronger. What?
Make them stronger.
I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
Take my mind.
Take my mind.
And make it clearer.
Make it clearer.
Take my mind.
Take my mind.
And make it clearer.
And make it clearer.
Take my mind.
Take my mind.
And make it clearer.
Make
What is
it
that?
clearer.
I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
I won't
Turn back.
take my thoughts.
Take my thoughts.
And make them sharper.
Make them sharp.
Take my thoughts.
Take my thoughts.
And make them sharper.
Make them sharp.
Take my thoughts.
Take my thoughts.
And make them sharper.
Make them sharp.
I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Take my heart.
Take my heart.
And make it loving.
Make it loving.
Take my heart.
Take my heart.
And make it loving.
Make it loving.
Take my heart.
Take my heart.
And make it loving. I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
I won't turn back.
Turn back.
Take this fear and give me courage.
Give me courage.
Take this fear
Take this fear.
and give me courage.
Give me courage.
Take this fear
Take this fear.
and give me courage. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Let my eyes
Let my eyes
see all people.
see your people.
Let my
Let
eyes
my eyes
see all people.
see your people.
Let my eyes see all people. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Thank you. E minor. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. We need to know that wherever we are in our life, we have to know that we have to keep plugging at this thing. Don't stop. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. Oh Lord, we've been struggling so long. We must be freed, we must be freed. They say that free is a constant dying, is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. Oh Lord, we've been dying so long. We must be free, we must be free. They say that freedom, constant loving, is a constant loving. They say that freedom is a constant loving. They say that freedom is a constant loving. Oh Lord, we've been loving so long. We must be free, we must be free. They say that free is a constant struggle, is a constant day by day. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. Oh Lord, we've been struggling so long. We must be free, we must be free.
Really? Thank you, Matt. Really. The glacier.
Middle of the 1930s, farmers out west had plowed the plains, and along come the wind and the drought, and it blew the dust in the sky. Woody Guthrie says in 1935 it was, they thought the end of the world is coming. The big old dust storm was so high. I've sung this song, sung it again, of the place that I lived in, the wild windy plain, in the month of April a county called Gray. Here's what all of the people there say. Well, it's so long, been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. That dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. The dust storm came like thunder, dusted us over, covered us under, blocked out the traffic, blocked out the sun, and straight for home all the people did run, singing, so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. The sweethearts, they sat in the dark and they sparked. They hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed, they cried, they hugged and they kissed. But instead of marriage, they's talking like this, honey. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. The dusty old dust is getting my home. I got to be drifting along. A friend of Woody's was the town preacher. He made up this verse for him. The churches were jammed, the churches were packed. The dusty old dust storm, it blowed so black. The preacher could not read a word of his text. He folded his specs, took up collection, said, so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. This dusty old dust is getting my home. I've got to be drifting along. Well, thanks to the Lotus Club, and thanks to...
I got one more verse.
You got another verse to add to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That telephone rang and it jumped off the wall. That was the preacher a-making his call. He said, fine friend, this is the end, and you've got your last chance for salvation of sin.
Well, it's so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. I think the rain has stopped, and we all can go home. But I know we're going to see each other sometime later on. Here or there, up the river or down. And who knows, by that time we'll have some new songs to sing. And it's so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. This